It's Redemption Arc. Can he do it? Voldemar giving Corv an absolute shellacking. It's time to see if he can get his revenge. Abbasids versus English. Welcome back to Age of Empires for action, folks. We're back on Dry Arabia. Yeah, Abbasids are an... Wait, Eco-Wing... Oh, God. What did I say? This is an interesting matchup. Once upon a time, it pivoted back and forth between English-favored and Abbasid-favored. But I want to say for like the last 2 years, it's been English-favored. And I don't think this changes that, right? Because Voldemar is aping it. Oh, no. So, I think some people might be about to make some easy points on Voldy here. Because this is the nightmare. Corvinus, I'm almost certain he was anticipating a 2TC English build. This is not a 2TC English build. This is an all-in ascender. Damn. Eco-Wing works with a Camel Archer opening. Dragavan, I've got a lot of love for you, buddy. But if you're building Camel Archers into Lombos, then clearly marijuana is legal in Norway. Even for underage kids. Because that is not the way. Alright, we've got second TC being dropped on the tree line. So pretty defensive. I guess the logic here is to mass archers to the Abbasids to overwhelm. In theory, with a better economy in boot camp, you should be able to contest that. But my worry is how you even reach that point. These Lombos are going to come in hard and fast. And in fact, I feel like, if anything, you need to be going Horsemen. What was the sheep haul in the end for Corvinus? He got 11. That's not too bad. He's got the berries half extracted already behind this. But because he went TC first, he doesn't have a stables opening to even begin this. To be honest, with the timing on the racks, it might have been hard anyway. I'm curious about Voldemar's blacksmith timing, because he recently admitted that he forgets the blacksmiths a little bit too long. At least it sounded like he was admitting it when him and Beastie were having a chatter on Twitch together. Because there's a big drastic difference. It's like Voldemar tends to prioritize massing units over blacksmith techs. But if your opponent now switches horsemen, you need to go blacksmiths in a rush. But now it's just going to be the meals getting added in. Double foot berries? It's fine. He just... Yeah, he's got problems. This is... The funny thing is, did Voldemar scout that straight away? I don't think I glimpsed that. He might have ran across straight away, judging by like where the vision is. Looped around and maybe saw the first deer and then made the tech choice. Then again, if he knows Corvinus is going to keep doing Eco-Wing, because Corvinus apparently is on an Eco-Wing run, then it makes sense that you just Lombo blindly. And yeah, Corvus is truly the blind one here, by the way. Double archery range is going to be the answer. This is tough. He has got wood. I think Voldemar could just drop a campfire here, though, right? If you drop a campfire here and then sit the scout, you can snipe villages freely. So there's actually a really easy, dirty play here for him. We'll see if he does it. Oh, wait, no, you need men-at-arms, don't you? Could you justify a single MAA for that play? It's kind of expensive, but also kind of worth. Nah, he's just going to probe. But so far, Corvinus is doing a good job of protecting himself. He's got several hundred wood before he's actually exposed here, so that should give him time to build up archers. And the stables are coming in. No, so this is the worry with Voldemar. We mentioned this. His blacksmith timings tend to be a bit off. Because he likes to bulk more units first. And although he's got blacksmiths coming now, with the horsemen now already being queued up with double archery range, I think going a ram now might put him behind. Steeled Arrow probably makes a lot more sense first here for Voldy, so that he has that insurance policy. Damn, no, he's just sending it. Siege Engineering being queued up. Good snipe. Okay, slow reaction out of Corvinus. No wheelbarrow either. Luckily, it looks like that villager did survive on 2 HP. Well, no, so, Scully, the problem with denying food is, like, I guess the berries worry on the backside and the sheep. So, this allows you to amp pressure. I agree on the ram. I think getting Steeled Arrow first makes more sense here. But what I would say about the denying food is, like, you definitely can't come around the back here. And also, if you come all the way over here, your reinforcements get cut. This is always a classic issue of English, is like, when you have to cover more distance, you expose yourself more, right? And your opponent realistically has to be going horseman. It's the only logical thing an Abbasid player would do here, right? And that is going to get scouted out. So Horseman, oh, he actually might get the scout kill. That would be big. Does cost him 1 or 2 archers, but nice quick breakaway. So Corvinus on point with the micro there. Eco lead is starting to escalate to a notable point, and we should be at Golden Age 1. Yeah, recently came online. So increased gathering rate means Corvinus should be able to start ramping up numbers. Meanwhile, take the ping out of it and just leave him with a ram, because that's where Voldemar's going this time around. This is actually really annoying for Corvinus, because if he tries to torch this, he loses so many villagers. Yeah, Voldemar just needs to not dive, right? Like, all you do is sit here and guard the ram. He will need a second ram to break the TC, otherwise the villagers can repair. Oh no, Corvinus is cheesing it. Wait, or not. Undermesh over Steeled Arrow here. There's an opportunity now for Corv. Could he go Blacksmiths? He's not gathering gold at all. I feel like Blacksmiths is worth it to rush Undermesh, because then your Horseman can just dive. Yeah, Voldy. No second ram. Heavy damage on that one. You know, there's this really kind of cheesy element on both sides of the aisle right now around rams, and that's that the villager defense with torches, garrison on garrison, is really strong. And then clown carring archers inside rams is really, really strong. I think both of those things need to be adjusted. I think for villagers, have them have an internal cooldown before they can attack after coming out of a TC. And for archers, do the same thing. That's how you fix it. I don't mind melee units being able to attack straight away. I don't think that's as drastic. But like range units and torches, definitely. Cool. I think we're drying up here, right? 9 sheep left over. I'm impressed he actually hasn't run out of food yet, but this is why Abbasids are good under this pressure, right? It's fresh foodstuffs and oh my god. Farms this early for Corv. In fairness to him, he went eco-wing. So actually, this isn't a dire situation, right? Like, it's not great, but he's getting them almost as cheaply as the English would. I'd actually love to see Voldemar trying to play, like, pocket resources on the deer here, just to get everything for all-in, because this is most definitely an all-in timing. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I don't know, man. I'm kind of inspired by Corvinus' build here. I don't think he's dead yet. Longbow count is getting big, and we are now seeing that men-at-arms switch. So this is where the game gets a bit scary, is if Voldy can bulk up to like 10 to 15 men-at-arms, he has a good front line to block the horsemen and something to soak the archers. And it would admittedly be early for that, by the way. Voldemar, typically you see this men-at-arms switch after the second farm cluster is complete, and you're going into your third. Right now, Voldemar doesn't have crazy food income for this. You think Corv going defense first is wrong? Really? With horsemen against longbows? I guess the worry is critical mass that you'll still die, right? I guess that's what you're getting at, is that when your opponent's at like 30 longbows, one armor isn't going to save a horseman who will die. So I can kind of see that. I think earlier Undermesh made more sense when the numbers were smaller. But I can see where we come from. Steeled Arrow here with the archer mass as it is, and also the TC defense, probably gives you a bit more. But Voldemar's not in a rush here, right? He slowed down heavily, so it looks like both are going to come through. Yeah, Gully, I think Dragavan's point, though, is that the armor sucks when there's this many archers, because the Undermesh will not protect you from getting one hit with the Lombos at that count, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter in the end because he has enough time, but theoretically, I think Dragavan's point is if the dive came in, then he wouldn't have been able to defend with the Horseman. In fairness, if the dive comes in, though, it's not breaking your TC in 20 seconds, right? It's going to take longer than that. Love the campfires. Wait, why did I say it was the men-at-arms? The men-at-arms do build campfires as well. I'm not imagining that. Wait, I am imagining that. Wait, men-at-arms used to build campfires, right? I'm not imagining this. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. Yeah, so kind of weird that Voldemar never done that campfire here. I guess the TC was in range. Would have made it a lot easier to snipe the Lombos, though. Voldemar. Now knocking at the door. It's hilarious watching archers kill rams. One ram down, guys! I can't believe this is such a dumb defense. Like, how does this work? Just imagine if it was Chiganu. How tilted would you be? I can't believe he just repelled a ram attack with archers only. The horseman didn't even move. The horseman not moving is proof that the pause function does exist in AoE 4. It just affects only certain units. I cannot believe that. Now, you can argue Voldemar didn't commit, but like, how do you commit there, right? The whole idea is that the free rams should at least be able to force a repair. I think there was 1, maybe 2 villagers max repairing that entire time. Unbelievable. I just want to remind people this is not Castle Age Abbasids. That wasn't composite bows. That comes later. Now I'm going to fix that for you, Baltoon. Crackety used to do it. No, Crackety does that with Chuganu. It's tilting. Never stopped. Man, Voldemar's clock is running out. With that Justin Timberlake movie, Time, and I'm just watching his arm, and we are approaching minutes. We're out of the hours. We're out of the days left alive. Ain't got time. I'm impressed, man. Corvinus should have been dead without food, but Eco Wing is crazy. Military Wing is like the go-to. I usually talk about Trade Wing being more optimal than people realize. But I think even Eco Wing is kind of slept on. Don hit on this before. Like, Don would do Eco Wing a lot, and he wouldn't even go TC. He'd Eco Wing, aggro, and then he could fall back on TCs afterwards after building a lead. Like, I think Eco Wing has a lot more flexibility than people realize. It's not just a TC booming tool. Yeah, agreed. Rams, like, getting cleared up by archers is dumb. I feel like melee vulnerability should be increased and range and health should be increased. Melee vulnerability should go up to 40%, and then Ram's health should go up to like maybe 450 or something. I don't know if that just brings back the Ram spam meta though. Rams should also do more damage. You know what would be cool is if Rams done more damage the longer they're set up. So imagine if their attack speed ramped gradually over time. That's kind of intriguing because then you get less of this shuffling and all that crap. It's like if you commit, you commit, right? Voldemort. No, this isn't a white tower drop. You have to go King's Pass, right? If you just go white tower, you're so far behind here. He has got Council Hall, so he'll get his upgrades quickly. Damn, Corvinus, 75 archers now. Guys, you're thinking about Rams wrong. What Rams need is they need arrow slits, so you can shoot out. Wait a second, that exists in the game. You just have to pick Ayyubids and build the worst unit possible. King's Pass? I mean, it has to be King's Pass. You're already behind on Eco Wing, right? For all you know, Corvinus could be building a third TC behind this, easily. So, Voldemar made the correct choice. The problem is, the choices earlier did not pay off. Corvinus' defense was remarkable, and now his timing is disgusting here. 100 military, now diving the English base. And Millie Wing on the way behind this, just a minute and 40 seconds away. Lombos do at least have the attack speed for the trade. Archers are going to now dive in, though. Corvinus needs to just get on top of the target. Lombos retreating behind this, but there's no white tower to hide behind here. Horseman now with a dive. Baits out the spearmen. Only 12 spearmen in total here. And an overextension, the men-at-arms do go in. Not many of them. Needs those upgrades right now. Tech complete, but with only 6 men-at-arms in the field, there's big question marks here. Veterancy for the Lombos. 23 seconds away, but the front line is already disintegrated. Corvinus continues the dive. Looks onto those Lombos, looks onto those villages. Voldemar, maybe the King's Pass was the right choice because he needs more replacement villages. But then again, I don't think he's going to live that long. I mean, there's no way to run here, right? The Lombos pinned up against the King's Pass now. Upgrade only now kicking in, but Archer Mass big enough to trade this out for the most. Voldemar will survive this wave. But really, what have you got left? Damn, Corvinus, what a read as well. He hunts some more villages, knowing the army's going to get wiped out. It is a military wing play, so unfortunately he can't get the composite bows, but considering the damage done there, the delays, the idle time, the fact that Voldemar is sitting in Castle Age but not really getting anything here. Corv is in a dominant position. Yeah, and that statement there from Crackety, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of that right now. I feel like I'm seeing so many Abbasid players be in a position where they have imp resources at the moment. Like in our tier list we done earlier, I put them at the absolute top of the B. Meaning they are peak B, they are almost A. Maybe I'll change my mind in the coming weeks because I think Abbasids have been on the rise and I think some water maps they look insane on. But like, dude, Abbasids are back, man. And they are looking scary. Corv now, the mass Lancer Gulam pump. Crossbows will at least being prepped, so, you know, there's a chance for Voldemar if Corvinus does, like, the one-dimensional comp, as in things that get countered by one thing. But this is hard, man. What does Voldy do to get out of this? Like, step one is relics. You absolutely need relics, but Corvinus love this. I think Corv is one of these players who just understands the Abbasid's need for relics as well. Like, a lot of people just kind of forget about it. They're like, oh, my eco's so good. It's not just an eco inflation for you, though. It's something you also take away from your opponent. It's just a double plus, really. Voldemar shouldn't even be out of his base right now, right? Like, this is surprising positioning from Voldemar, considering what just happened. He wants that relic, though. Could come at a price. Why are you calling me weird? I'm standing by it. I think Ayyubid's, like, they got an OP build, but, like, wide map, kind of overrated. I do still feel like okay, I'm gonna say I stick by my Ayyubid's gone. The one that I'm still questioning post tier list is whether Abbasid should be higher. Abbasids I think might be creeping up. Man, I can't. So now we answer the question Voldemar asks: should he be in his base? He should. Corvinus is now in his base instead. The Lancers into the farms. And this is just wave one. Look at the Gulam count. Jesus. Corvinus is selling more Gulams than Lord of the Rings did of that game about Gollum. I mean, this is insane. 20 Gulams breaks this, right? Like, he's got no crossbows to stand on. Only 4 more in queue. But the Flood is going to be strong here. I think this should be GG, surely. Corvinus at this stage, he has nothing to slow him down. He just has a ramp up. Look at the green mile being ran here. Unlimited units running across the field. Units are going to retreat behind the wall for Voldemar, but who protects the villagers? No one. This is death, man. This is done. I mean, commiserations and, you know, praise to Voldemar for trying to find the way back into this one, but this felt chalked before we even reached Castle Age. It was always a small percentile chance for recovery. Shout out to Corvinus for this build, by the way. This is really cool, the Eco Wing. A different approach to what we've been used to seeing at the moment. And a different result from the English Abbasid matchup. One that historically has been going the way of the English for a very long time.